What's going on, guys? My name is Renegade. Today we're here for AQW news. Today we're going to be talking about some surfboard related news. I know it's pretty strange, and some Throne of Darkness related news. Before we get into the video, if you guys could leave a like on the video, that'll help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is a weekly series. I do this every Thursday. What is it? Wait. 3 PM Eastern Standard Time. There we go. I was trying to remember that. Also, while you're down in the description, I have a Discord server. If you don't know what Discord is, it's kind of like TeamSpeak, but better. It's free. So all you need to do is you need to click the link. You can then log in, or if you haven't already made an account, you just create an account. You don't even have to verify your email, actually. And you essentially then just get into the server and start talking. You don't need to download anything or anything like that either. So other than that, guys, we'll get straight into the news. Alright, so first up this week, we'll talk a little bit about the surfboards that are coming out for AQW. So we've had surfboards in the past. I can't specifically remember, but I do remember that there were surfboards released in the past. They're like items, they're just basically weapons pretty much. You just hold them like a weapon. And they're like a summer thing. They occasionally do them for a summer. So they're doing it like kind of like a raffle this time, but they're also releasing surfboards just to purchase normally. So there are total 8 surfboards, including the LQS one. So what the surfboards are is pretty much the Throne of Darkness themed surfboards. So we've got the Crypt Keeper surfboard, and it'll pretty much be added to the AQW, the LQS. Sorry, I was getting my acronyms confused there. The Crypt Keeper LQS shop. So if you've already purchased a Crypt Keeper package, then you'll be able to purchase the surfboard from the shop that you can already access. I believe it'll be, no, sorry, it says here from Alina. I was about to say it's from all of them, but it's actually not. It's only for the AC version. So if you bought the 4K AC Crypt Keeper package, or if you bought the 2K AC version. So yeah, it's just a surfboard. It looks, I'll put a picture on screen of all of them right now. Then after that, we've got the Vaden surfboard, the 7 surfboard, the Siri surfboard, the Pax surfboard. Oh my god, am I going to be able to remember all of these? The Sekt surfboard. I can't remember that girl's name. What's her name? I'm not going to be able to find it quickly. I can't remember her name. And the Mysterious Dude surfboard. So you got a surfboard for all the characters, all the main villains so far. So there's also a raffle, like I mentioned before. Now, Alina posted about this on the design notes. She said that anyone with an enchanted surfboard in their inventory or bank will have a chance to win. The raffle winners drawing will be held on Monday the 18th of July 2016. The prizes will be awarded later that week. For 10 winners, they'll get surfboards with their AQW character on them. That'll be super cool. I hope a YouTuber gets it so you can like showcase it and stuff. That'll look really cool. 100 winners will get an exclusive mystery surfboard of good. 500 winners will get an exclusive mystery surfboard of evil. And 1,000 winners will get an exclusive mystery surfboard of shadows. Now, what I think they should have done is for the 100 winners, they should have been able to choose between a Nolgath or a Dage surfboard. For 500 winners, they should have been able to choose between an evil or good surfboard, and for 1,000 winners they should have been able to choose between a shadows or light surfboard, just so it balances it out a bit. Either way, that's pretty much the general gist of it. The surfboards themselves are going to be costing 500 adventure coins, and they're pretty much, there's nothing else to say about that. That's pretty much it. If you've got anything else to add, you can leave that in the comment section down below. We'll now move on to the next story. Alright, so our next story is also coming from the design notes. We've got a little preview of what's to come on Friday. Now, I did forget to mention just before that the surfboards will be released on Friday, so they are coming out tomorrow. Now, as for the next thing I'm talking about, we've got the Sekt saga that's continuing this Friday. The Eternals saga is what they're calling it. So basically being the 4th dimensional pyramid, which is a pretty big part of the saga. The description that Alina wrote says, after many moons and many days not staring at the black hole sun, the time is at hand to enter the 4th dimensional pyramid. This weekend, battle through this ancient dungeon outside space and time and uncover secrets locked inside Sekt the Eternal's 4th dimensional pyramid. Now, they said it this weekend, but they also said this continues this Friday there, so I presume it's just coming out on Friday. But I believe they might release it in the weekend. You know, there's a chance that they might delay it till the weekend. Either way, not really much else to say about that, to be honest. There's no like rares or anything that we've seen so far. I will put up an image on screen of some monsters that they teased on the new AQ World's Twitter. Now they do have a Twitter that they've made for news related to AQW, so that's at AQ World's Game, and you can follow that Twitter to be up to date with all the latest and greatest AQW news. Or you can subscribe to my channel. Either one is pretty good for news. But as for the image that I mentioned, we have Farah kind of looking thing. Is it Farah? No, what am I talking about? It's a, what is it called? Sphinx. There we go. Sphinx looking monster. An Egyptian sort of looking monster next to it. Slash an NPC. It kind of looks more light rather than evil, but you can never be sure with these things. I don't know. It kind of looks like a character rather than a enemy. And also got like a shadow mummy themed sort of floating monster thing on the left as well, along with some sort of dark Egyptian themed things in the background. Very ominous, very, very dark looking. So far what I can pick out from there is it's all like on a grid, so it obviously, I believe the grid theme that you can see in a lot of these pictures from this part of the Throne of Darkness is the grid areas are probably the parts they mention are outside space and time. This area you can see has grids on it, so I imagine this would be part of the main area. But there are also like a weird portal thing on the right. I don't know if that's just decoration. It's got kind of like a little there's like a bug thing that that's on the right, and it's behind the NPC that I mentioned, or the monster that I mentioned, but he's firing like a weird spear-shaped weapon, and it's going into another one of them. So it might be like portals or something that might activate or something like that. Not entirely sure about that. Either way, it looks very interesting. As always, Throne of Darkness series is looking very promising, so hopefully it's at the same sort of quality of release as the previous parts of Throne of Darkness. But other than that, guys, we'll move on to the final little part where we'll talk about some artwork and stuff that's been tweeted by some artists, and then we'll finish up. Alright, so final part for this week's news. We have some artwork coming from Tana, or Tana. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that. It's all about accent, really, with pronunciations and stuff. But Tana, or Tana, however you want to pronounce it, pretty much she's like a guest artist. She calls herself or he. Actually, no, it's a she. Come on, it's a she. If it's not a she, then I apologize, but you know, it's gotta be a she. Come on. But I am, I'm fairly certain. Yeah. Either way, so she calls herself a guest artist, but you know, she said, "This month I bring special fire gear in honor of my birthday. Stays crispy, friends." Alina and Mehmet. It's got the AQ logo down there, so I'm gonna presume that this is real stuff. And she's a guest artist, but there's been like some drama to do with her, like quitting and then joining back and stuff like that, I believe, unless I'm confusing her with another artist. That sort of stuff happens with a lot of artists, though, so it's kind of hard to keep track. Either way, we've got some cool looking items coming for her birthday, potentially. Unless I'm getting this wrong, I have in the past, but I kind of present this kind of thing as sort of potential items that are coming. If they are, then awesome, but if they're not, then oh well, I guess. It's still some cool items I'm showing you anyway. So she said it's fire themed. There are some cool looking armors along with like some weapons that look really cool. It's mainly the weapons that I'm focusing on here, but the wings look cool. So we've got some armors. It's pretty much like a fire person, pretty much. The helmet looks kind of weird. It's like flames coming off the head pretty much, but it kind of looks a bit like jagged, you know, like the edge. It looks a bit weird. I don't know. I hope she fixes that up if it's possible. It looks a bit jagged in my opinion. The color is kind of off. I wish it would kind of like blend in a bit more, but either way, it still looks cool. There's weapons, the flames you can see in the hands of the female character on the right. Obviously this will be on screen for you guys to look at right now. And then you can see the wings obviously on the male character on the left, which look really cool. It's like phoenix themed wings. And then on the right, the very far right, you can see that there is an axe, and it's like the Blinding Light of Destiny but fire themed, and it looks really detailed, really cool looking. Hopefully that'll all be fairly cheap in terms of ACs, but I feel as though that weapon might be like one of those like special tier like 1000, 2000 AC weapons, but hopefully not. Either way, there's some really cool items, really cool individual items in there that look really awesome. I'm hopefully going to be going well with some other sets that people have. Other than that though, guys, that's about it for this week. I would talk about some more artwork that I've seen, but it's too unpredictable to actually tell. what you can generally do is it's a group somewhere on Twitter that's got all the artists and staff members from Adventure Quest Worlds or AE games in general in it. And you can just take a look through and see if you can find some cool artwork you want to take a look at, and then you can see what might be coming. But other than that, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. This is a weekly series, like I said, every Thursday at 3 PM Eastern Standard Time. I know that I believe the Eastern Standard Time zone countries, states, or whatever are in daylight time right now, so it's kind of like 4 PM, I think, or 2 PM for daylight time, but standard time it's 3 PM. But yeah, other than that, I hope you... What the fuck? What am I doing? Repeating the same shit over again? No. Other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.